I took every dollar and vanished after catching my wife's affair. Reddit cheating stories. I never thought the moment would come when I'd look at my wife and feel nothing but betrayal. For 14 years, I trusted her. For 14 years, I worked like a man possessed to provide for us, to build a future for our family, to make sure she never had to want for anything. I thought we were a team. I thought we were soulmates. But life has a cruel way of showing you the truth when you least expect it. It all started with a message. Not the kind of romantic good morning text you hope for from your spouse, but a slip up, her phone buzzing late at night while she was in the shower. I wasn't snooping. I never had before. But when I saw a notification pop up from a man's name I didn't recognize, and the preview read, "Can't wait to feel you again," my blood turned to ice. I opened the phone with shaking hands. And in that instant, the foundation of my marriage crumbled. The messages were explicit, detailed, undeniable. They'd been meeting for months, sometimes at hotels, sometimes when she claimed to be running errands. They laughed about me, the hard-working fool who paid for everything while she lived out her fantasy. I remember sitting there in silence, staring at the words on the screen. My chest felt hollow, like someone had ripped out my heart and left a gaping wound. But instead of confronting her right away, something inside me told me to stay calm. For the first time in my life, I thought clearly in the face of chaos. I had a choice: blow up immediately, scream, demand answers, or play my cards right. So I waited. That night, when she came out of the shower, I smiled at her. Pretended nothing was wrong. She kissed me goodnight, and I tasted the lie on her lips. That was the moment I decided I wasn't going to just leave. I was going to take everything I had earned and vanish without a trace. Over the next 2 weeks, I made preparations in silence. I pulled cash out of accounts in small amounts so it wouldn't raise suspicion. I opened a separate account under my name only. I started storing valuables, important documents, heirlooms, even my grandmother's ring she didn't care for, at a friend's place. I called my job and arranged for a transfer out of state, something I'd been offered before but declined because of her. Now it felt like fate was giving me an escape route. Meanwhile, she carried on as though everything was fine. She still texted her lover, still lied to my face, still used my money to fuel her double life. Every time I saw her smiling at her phone, it only fueled my resolve. The final straw came on a Friday night. She claimed she was meeting her sister for dinner. I followed her. My chest burned with both rage and heartbreak as I watched her walk hand in hand with another man into a hotel lobby. That was it. My decision was final. The next morning, while she was still asleep, I executed my plan. I withdrew every last cent from our joint account, money I had earned, money I had slaved away for while she betrayed me. I packed my bags, loaded them into my truck, and left a single note on the kitchen counter. It didn't scream, it didn't curse. It simply said, "You chose him. I chose freedom. Don't look for me." Then I drove. I didn't stop until the city was a blur in my rearview mirror. For months, she tried to reach me. Dozens of calls, hundreds of messages. Some were angry, accusing me of ruining her life. Others were desperate, begging me to come back, claiming it was a mistake. I didn't reply to a single one. She even tried reaching out to mutual friends, spinning stories about how I'd abandoned her. But the truth has a way of leaking out. When people discovered her affair, the sympathy she craved evaporated. Meanwhile, I built a new life. I rented a small cabin in another state, took time to breathe, to heal. I started focusing on myself again, my health, my hobbies, my peace of mind. Slowly, the bitterness faded, replaced by a strange sense of liberation. For the first time in years, I woke up without the weight of betrayal on my chest. The money I took gave me a fresh start. Some people might say it was cruel, but to me, it was justice. I had poured my soul, my time, my hard work into our life together, only to be made a fool. Taking it back wasn't theft, it was reclaiming what was mine. A year later, I met someone new. Not in the romantic sense at first, but a friend, someone who showed me what genuine kindness looks like without hidden agendas. Through her, I learned that not every relationship is a trap waiting to spring. Slowly, I opened my heart again, cautiously, but with hope. Looking back, I realized that catching my wife's affair was the worst and best thing that ever happened to me. Worst because it shattered the illusion of love I thought I had. Best because it forced me to rebuild, to rediscover myself, and to walk away with my dignity intact. If you're listening to this and you've been betrayed, let me leave you with this: don't let someone else's disloyalty define your worth. Sometimes the bravest, strongest thing you can do is walk away and never look back. Because freedom, peace, and self-respect, they're worth more than any broken promise could ever be.